god, I look so fucking white. Hi, my name is Sasha, welcome back to my channel, and these are some new releases that are coming out in July. So this new video is heavily inspired by Jan at Jan Agaton. She does anticipated releases videos every month for the upcoming month, but because Jan and I have different tastes, I wanted to just do my own on books that I'm excited that's coming out and I think that I will enjoy, and maybe let you guys know what's coming out and maybe put them on your radar. Excuse you. Cat just turned my lighting off, so I don't know if this has changed or anything. So yes, what was I saying? These are new releases that are coming out in July that I'm excited for, and I'd like to put on your radar if we've got like the same taste in books. They're mostly romance. There is a couple like fantasies on there, but yeah, mostly romance. So the first book that's coming out in July, on July 5th, is Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. This is their debut novel, and it's full of passion, humor and heart that centers on a young black British woman who has no interest in love and unexpectedly finds herself caught up in a fake relationship with the man she warned her girls about. Ooh, okay. So we've got Kiki Banjo, who is a host of a popular student radio show, Brown Sugar, and she's made it her mission to make sure the women of the African Caribbean Society at Whitewell University do not fall into the mess of situationships. So when she kisses Malachi Kored, who is the guy she just publicly denounced as the waste man of Whitewell in front of everyone, she finds her show on the brink. So they've started a fake relationship to salvage their reputations and save their futures. You all know I love my fake dating. Sounds like it's got some food aspects to it too. Like there's a caption there: sweet like plantain, hot like pepper, they taste the best when together. The next book that's coming out on the 12th of July is Circling Back to You by Julie Tew. This is an office romance between Cadence Lim and Matt Escanilla. They look like they're in a money sort of office. Matt is a broker and Cadence is the number cruncher behind a sales team. Okay, this looks like Friends to Lovers because it says here, Cadence can always lean on her favourite co-worker and co-conspirator Matt Escalina, a top broker with an unsuccessful love life. The forever single Matt is constantly being nagged by his loving Filipino family to settle down. Their relationship takes a turn when a business trip lands them both in their hometown and Matt enlists Cadence as a pretend girlfriend for a family gathering. So we've got another fake dating, they're friends to lovers. I'm keen. I'm keen. And just look how cute that cover looks. Like, I'm all for it. So this next book comes out on the 12th of July, and this is After Hours on Milagros Street by Angelina M. Lopez. Now this is about Professor Jeremiah Post, who is standing in the way of Alex Torres, who's turning Loretta's, her grandmother's bar, into a viable business. The hot brainiac who sleeps in one of the upstairs tenant rooms already has all of her Mexican-American family's admiration. She won't let him have the bar and building she needs to resurrect her career too. Alex blowing into town has rocked Jeremiah to his mild-mannered core, but the large, boisterous Torres clan is everything he never had. He doesn't believe Alex has the best interest of her family, their community, or the bar's legacy in mind. To protect all three, he'll stand up to the tough and tattooed bartender with whom he now shares a bedroom wall, and resist the insta-lust they both feel. They share a bedroom wall. I can just imagine a specific scene. I'm so excited. This looks like it's got tons of like family aspects. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I love books that have really big families and the scenes, like, and just family relationships between everyone. So it just sounds so good, and I'm really, really excited. It looks like we've got like the nerd with like the bike girl, and I'm loving it. I'm so keen. Another book that's coming out on the 12th of July is Bet on It by Jodie Slaughter. Just looking at the cover, this just sounds so good. sounds so good, looks so good. So we've got Asia Owens, who, when she's having a panic attack in the frozen food sections of the Piggly Wiggly, she encounters the men of her dreams for the first time. The second time, he's being introduced to her as her favorite bingo buddy's semi-estranged grandson. From there, all it takes is one game for her to realize that he's definitely going to be a problem, and if there's anything she already has a surplus of, it's problems. So in Walker Abbott's minds, there are only two worthwhile things in Greenbelt, South Carolina: the peach cobbler at his old favorite diner and his ailing grandmother. Dragging himself back after more than a decade away, he's counting down the days until Graham heals and he can get back to his real life, far away from the trauma inside of those city limits. Just when he thinks his plan is solid, enter Asia to shake everything up. A hastily made bingo-based sex pact is supposed to keep this thing between them from getting out of hand. That's what she said. Especially when submitting to their feelings means disrupting their carefully balanced lives. But emotions are just like bingo callers. They refuse to be ignored. I am so keen. So, I've never played bingo. I've never seen anyone play bingo. Like, I've done bingo boards for like readathons, but like I don't actually like understand. Anyway, it still sounds so good. Like when I was reading grandmother's like grandson coming in, just like brought me back to the second To All the Boys I Loved Before. She really should have got with him. Anyway, sorry. But when I read Sex Pact, I'm just like, it's all over Red Rover. I am so keen for this book. And also, looks like our main girl, Asia, there has a curvy body, so I might read this for Plus Side Readathon next month too. Alright, so we're leaving the romance for a little bit now. Another release that's coming out on the 12th of July is They Drown Our Daughters by Katrina Monroe. So this seems really like magical realism. It's called Haunting and Atmospheric. They say Cape Disappointment is haunted. That's why tourists used to flock there in droves. They'd visit the rocky shoreline under the old lighthouse's watchful eye and fish shells from the water as they pretended to spot dark shapes in the surf. Now the tourists are long gone, and when Meredith Strand and her young daughter return to Meredith's childhood home after an acrimonious split from her wife, acrimonious? The Cape seems more haunted by regret than any malevolent force. Merb, here's another book for you to read. So we've got, looks like some generational storylines here, because Meredith has actually come back because her mum is suffering from early stages of Alzheimer's and is convinced the ghost stories are real. Not only is there something in the water, but it's watching them, waiting for them, reaching out to Meredith's daughter the way it has to every woman in their line for generations. And if Meredith isn't careful, all three women bound by blood and heartbreak will be lost one by one to the ocean's mournful call. Chills. Literal chills. They Drown Our Daughters explores the depths of motherhood, identity, and the lengths of a woman will go to hold on to both. So that definitely just sounds up my alley. And plus, look at that gorgeous cover. Like, I just can't get over it. I can't. This next one sounds really good too. So it's a YA mystery thriller coming out on the 12th of July. It's called We Made It All Up by Margot Harrison. So we've got Celeste, who moves to Montana from Montreal, and she makes a friend called Vivi, who's the heir to the town's name and a social pariah. Inspired by a passion-fueled school incident, they begin writing a love story fanfic between the popular guy and the school stoner, one that gradually reveals Celeste's past. When Vivi tries to get Celeste to make this fanfic a reality, turns out Celeste is the one that accidentally kisses the golden boy, and then Joss ends up dead. Celeste doesn't remember the end of that night and can't be sure she didn't deliver the killing blow. Could she still be that scared of getting close to a boy? Secrets are hard to keep in a small town, and even Vivi seems to suspect her. Good one, Vivi. Exploring the winding passages of the cave where Joss died, Celeste learns he had his own dark secrets, as does Vivi. The town isn't as innocent as it appears. The cave just gave me like Lock and Key vibes. This just sounds so good, and I'm so excited for this to come out. This next book comes out on the 17th of July, and there's really not much like on Goodreads about it at all. All I know is that it's called Anastasia and it's by Sophie Lark. Now Sophie Lark writes these mafia romances. I haven't read any of them, but when I see a title called Anastasia, who is my favorite princess ever, I will read it. So we've got like a reimagining of Princess Anastasia. This next book comes out on the 19th of July and it's called Can't Resist Her by Kiana Alexander. This looks like it's a second chance romance between Aiko and Summer. And it looks like, yeah, back in high school they had like 1 week of like the best week ever. They didn't see each other again after the senior year dance. Now looks like Summer is back in town and she sees Aiko again, and the heat still burns. I haven't read a lot of second chance romance and I really want to change that, and this just looks so good. This also looks independently published. I'll definitely be reading this for the indie calls next month as well. This next book is called The Accidental Pinup and it's by Danielle Jackson, and it comes out on the 19th of July. Rival photographers are forced to collaborate on a body positive lingerie campaign, but they might have to readjust their focus when sparks fly. Just look at the gorgeous girl on the cover there. I might read this for plus size readathon as well. Depends on if I've got time. I think this might be coming out on KU. I'm not quite sure. We've got Cassie Harris, who owns the company Booksome Boudoir. I don't know if I said that right. And she makes people look beautiful and feel empowered with her modern twist on classic pinup photography. Cassie's best friend Dana is about to launch her own dangerously dreamy lingerie line and wants Cassie to shoot and direct the career-changing national campaign. But company politics and Dana's complicated pregnancy interfere, and Cassie finds herself a proud plus-size black woman not behind the camera but in front of it. Though she's never modeled herself, Cassie's pretty sure she can handle the sheer underwear and caution tape bralettes. She's not sure she can work so intimately with a chosen photographer, her long-time competitor in the Chicago photography scene, Reed Montgomery. Their chemistry is undeniable on set. However, feelings can develop faster than film. Ooh, some photography puns for you there. This next one I've actually seen, it's a little bit more popular. It's called The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, and it's bodyguard romance, but she's the bodyguard. That's all I really know. And I believe, is it fake dating too? Yes, bodyguard romance and fake dating. That's all I really need to know, and this comes out on the 19th of July as well. This next one I'm really excited about. Casey McQuiston posted it, and so it probably is more popular, but this is Youngbloods by Sasha Lorenz. This is a queer vampire novel. I am so keen. I really don't actually know anything else about it. So we've got Catfin and her mother can barely make ends meet living among humans. Like all vampires, they must drink hema, an expensive synthetic blood substitute, to survive, as nearly all of humanity has been infected by a virus that's fatal to vampires. Kat isn't looking forward to an immortal life of barely scraping by, but when she learns she's been accepted to the Harcourt School, a prestigious prep school that's secretly vampires only, she knows her fortune is about to change. Oh, this is giving me legacy vibes. Taylor Sanger has grown up in the wealthy vampire world, but she's tired of its backward conservative values, especially when it comes to sexuality, since she's an out and proud lesbian. She only has to suffer through 2 more years of Harcourt before she's free. But when she discovers her new roommate is Cat Finn, she's horrified, because she and Cat used to be best friends a long time ago and it didn't end well. Is this another like second chance, enemies to lovers? Oh my god. And just like look at those two on the cover. Like, I have a crush on both of them. So yes, sapphic vampires, just give it to me now. Okay, this is probably my most excited book of the month, and I loved the first one. These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Bryan. Oh, it's coming out so soon, 19th of July. It is the sequel to These Hollow Vows? No. Is that it? No. Shh, never mind. What was the first one? It is These Hollow Vows, don't mind me. What happened in the first one? The first one basically made me love like YA fantasy again, and so I'm super keen for this one. We've got like a love triangle, but not really. We've got Fae, we've got the unseelie and the seelie, we've got lies, we've got deception, disgrace, deception, disgrace. I'm just really keen for it, and I'm really keen to see what will happen. I'm so excited. And then on the 26th of July, we have Love Times Infinity by Lane Clark. This is about a 16-year-old girl busy with big dreams for college and the biggest crush on the school's new basketball superstar. But when her estranged mother suddenly reappears in her life, she faces important questions about her chances she's willing to take on herself and her future. Now, I swear I've seen a bigger synopsis than that somewhere, but this gave me My Mechanical Romance vibes by Alexi Farrell-Falmouth. This next book also comes out on the 26th of July, and that is For Butter or Worse by Erin La Rosa. It looks like a enemies to lovers cooking show romance. Enemies to lovers fake dating. I am keen. What can I say? I love the drama. I live for the drama. As long as there's not been miscommunication, I'll be okay with it. Also, that guy looks delicious, and so does the thing he's holding. And last but not least, I don't know how true this is, but it's on Goodreads saying it's coming out on the 28th of July, and it is Moon-Blooded Breeding Clinic by CM Anastasia. I loved Morning Glory Milking Farm by her, and this looks like it's the third book in her monster bait romance. Does it look like a werewolf? Like Moon-Blooded Breeding Clinic just screams werewolf to me. Yeah, he's a werewolf. I'm so excited. Moon-Blooded Breeding Clinic is a human/monster romance novel featuring high heat with a lot of heart and a guaranteed happily ever after. Mariah is recently divorced and she really wants to have a kid. After trying for years to the erosion of her marriage, she's ready to put her dreams of travel aside and take drastic measures to get the one thing her heart desires above all else. And then we've got Lowell Hemming is back in his small hometown with no end to the current situation in sight. He's feeling the pressure from his mother to move back home permanently, and he hasn't got later months. So when he picks up an intriguingly worded flyer, he hopes that his boredom is about to come to an end. Moon-Blooded Breeding Clinic offers a unique service. Trigger a heat and breed with a werewolf in a controlled setting right before the full moon. Their success rates are higher than multi-species IVF, cheaper than adoption, and more enjoyable than most trips to a clinic. So when Mariah picks a handsome dark-haired werewolf out of a catalogue, it seems as easy as buying a pair of shoes. She doesn't count on liking him. He's funny, he's sexy, and once she takes his knot, Mariah isn't sure if she'll ever be able to see the relationship as transaction. Guys, the end of the month cannot come soon enough. So those were 15 books that are coming out in July that I'm super excited for. Hopefully I've put some of them on your radar. Let me know down below what books that you're excited for that's coming out next month. And don't forget, if you want to like, comment and subscribe, I would be eternally grateful. You can add me on Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter. They're all at sashreads. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye.